Hello class, how are you doing? My name is Sean Alamo, and this is my midterm assignment for Professor Wheeler's CIS 3367 class. What this chart is showing you right now is the 2010 to 2011 different data on New York City public school systems, schools. I got this information from nycgov.com, and I didn't have a preference on the year, but because the 2010 to 2011 year seemed like it was the best looking chart and it was a chart that I could work with, I decided to go with it. So this chart shows you the school district, the school, the principal, school level, the overall grade, the overall score, and just different tools just to analyze um, New York City public schools. I feel this chart is important, and why I think it's important is because if I'm a parent looking to put my child in a school, I'm going to see if this school is really good for my child. I'm going to look at the different aspects and the different analytics of this data to like make a reasonable decision on my child's future. And as you know, education is the foundation of a really life. If someone doesn't have have a good sound education, their life prospects and their trajectory in life can be very much altered. Uh, I'm gonna use different functions and features just to show like different analytical tools that a person can use when viewing this. I actually learned something cool while doing this project about freeze panes. So a freeze pane is like it freezes the pane so that when you're scrolling down or you're scrolling to the side, the a certain row doesn't move. So to do freeze panes, it's in freeze panes right now, but you go to freeze panes and you hit freeze panes, and then when you scroll, for example, say like you scroll all the way down, this first row one is still there. So I actually thought that was pretty cool. You learn something new every day. My second tab, I created just a filter where you can see the school district and the different elements related to it. So I chose District 1 and 4, and I wanted to see how many schools in this district received B's and C's. And there you go. It allows you to see the school and just the different other information regarding the school. So say I'm a parent living in these two districts. I would just want to see how that school is faring. Say I want to see the amount of A's this two districts received. I can see it right here. I color coded these tabs to give it a nice feel and to make sure I don't lose track of which tab is which. In my third tab, I created a pivot table. I put the district and schools in rows, and in the column I put the overall grade. I actually like this table better because it attacks it right. It goes straight to the point instead of the other unnecessary information. So now I can see, say I want to see the amount of A's and D's this zone district 7 received. I can go here to column labels and click A and D, and the schools would be provided to me. But say I just wanted to see A's for district 7. I can filter it, and now I know which schools that if I'm a parent, I would want my child to apply to. And you can expand this you can see, well, you might want to go to district 2 because it has more A's than district 7. So I like how this chart allows me to view that. Going forward, in this tab, I can see the average of the overall scores of the different districts. Although the website didn't give me what this score was out of, I can't really make a real sense of like if a score is good, how good of a score is. But this gives you like a good view of like the average score of how a particular district is doing. And at the bottom you can see the grand total of all the schools in New York City. Now this is particularly helpful for parents who are conflicted if they should put their child in public schools, a private school, a charter school. This shows you right here how New York schools are doing in total. So if I'm a parent, I can look at this and come to a conclusion like, this score is sort of low. I want to enroll my child in a charter school because their overall average grade is higher than New York City public schools. So this chart is good for that. One thing you should know is that when you go to average, but the overall score, uh, this chart, it comes up as a sum as opposed to an average. So to change it to average, you would have to go to value field settings, average, and hit OK for you to see an average. Moving on, I created in Power View, I created a chart just to see the different school levels and how they do. I feel this is really important because say I want to see for these, right? You can see that elementary schools in New York City received 24 Ds. K to 2 received 1. Middle schools received 18. This is really important because if I really care about New York City public schools and I want to make it better, I can say, elementary schools in the city received 24. There are 24 elementary schools who received Ds. We really need to focus on those schools, target them, and change them up so that in 3 to 4 years they can move up to become B schools and hopefully A schools. Elementary school is honestly the foundation of learning for most students. So if we can strengthen their experience there, that child can move forward and move further in life because they had a sound basis of education. But say I want to see A's, B's, it allows you to view this as well, which is I feel pretty cool. Moving on is the average of the environment score. The environment score tells you the safety of the school and just the general environment that school is located in. If I'm a student, if I'm a parent, and most parents feel this way, you're of course concerned about the environment your child is going to for school. So for District 8, you can see that the average was 6.24. For District 7, you can see 6.66. For District 6, you can see 9.01. So if I'm a parent, I'm looking towards to put my child in the District 6 school because it's generally safer. And I feel like this is cool because of the scrolling and how you can move from different districts. It's something cool that you can play with. Finally, I created a chart just to see the different with slicers to see the different districts and the different grades associated with them. So let's remove a filter for these charts. So now you can see all the districts and how they fare, how they're doing. So let's say I want to go to District 8. I can see the amount of A's, B's, C's, and D's this district received. If you're a visualizer, this is great for you because you can get a sense, a feel of how this district is doing. So it seems it received majority B's, second C's, third A's. And you can play around with this and move to different districts, and it gives you this real nice view of like how many of a certain grade is in that district. So this is my project. Thank you.